welcome back. Howdy doody. Sorry, had some technical difficulties going on there for a second. For whatever reason, the computer had a hard time connecting to the internet, even though OBS was not connected to the internet and live stream and all that stuff. It was weird. But we got it working. It's fixed now, I think, I hope. Okay. Now we've done all that crap. We've done all this stuff down here now. Now we got to do this red and blue area and the fingers. And then that should also be a pathway here to go there, which I think I can get from here. Let's double check here real quick. Make sure that that pathway is accurate. Oh, man. Yeah, it's looking right. Actually, you know what? We'll just go from here. We'll just do this. Yeah. All right, we got some dragons to fight. That'll be fun. If I remember my previous, there wasn't really anything on the sides. No reason to. We'll double check just to make sure. That should be this area right here, which I believe I've been. So we should be fine, right? Been there? Yeah, because I gotta go through there to get there, and that's under there. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I've been away for a little bit. Had a nice little trip to visit my cousin who had cancer. He's doing all right, which is good. Baal, O terror incarnate, again I stand before ye. So I think two of the dragons were alive. We fight one here and two elsewhere, or we fight two here and one elsewhere. I don't remember. But we fight multiple dragons, if I remember correctly. And he's just sleeping. Okay, yeah, I thought I could snag that. All right, sweet, sweet. Cool. I think we should be fine without our spirit friend, because it's just one dragon. And we've killed plenty of dragons pretty easily. Where's the lightning dragon? Yeah, a lot of them are pretty easy to read. I think like one or two of the Oop. Got stuck in a rock there. Not the greatest place to be fighting. One or two of them are a little harder because they give them different combos and attack patterns. See that coming. Getting stuck on the rocks here. The terrain's killing me. And the terrain saved me. Pretty standard fight. We've already killed him with a bow and arrow, so I'm just going to speed this up. Still puts me about 70 level, right? Oh no, 100. Okay, I thought I was at 320 something. All right, we're gonna go down first because this is a. That is, if I remember correctly, that is misleading. You can't actually get to there from there. You have to go over here. But we're gonna go this way first because I think this opens up to these areas, and then we will double back and go hit up the main big scary dragon over here. Oh, but our snacks today, pretty simple. We just got a protein bar and some yogurt. Which, let's have some yogurt. It's strawberry flavored. I don't need to fight the giant electric sheep. They can go about their business. Skeleton dude right there. Yeah, if you can see him. Or not. It might not be skeleton. It might be one of them monkey fellers. Oh, no, they're skeletons. Never mind. Oh, but we're here, end of the week. I have a 3-day weekend. This week. 'Cause I decided to take last night off from work. Is that the wrong amount? I should have one more flask. Oh, I never sat down to replenish because there was no... Okay, right. I was confused there for a second. I'm like, what's going on here? They're easier to kill when they don't fight back. There we go. Okay. Skull friend. Now we'll get this side. Oh, but yeah, I'm happy the weekend's here. It's good stuff. Good stuff indeed. Red Fergal Bloom. You're the one that was... No, you are. Okay. With it. All right. Kind of make me do extra work. The bird is not a threat. We can leave the bird alone. Now, there should be a dude we can talk to up here. Cookbook. Right there. It's a dragon person. Look at that. They're all covered up in... I think it's a dragon lady.
Warrior true, picture yourself feasting upon a dragon's essence, on the throbbing heart of the oldest, vilest dragon of them all. It would be the purest form of communion, the fullest sating of your hunger and your consummation as a dragon whole.
We don't want to do that yet.
You have yet to feel true warmth. I am patient. There will come a day when hunger knocks.
Can't remember what this does. I fight something. I don't think it teleports me over here. I think I have to travel over there. Because I remember traveling and climbing up all that crap just to get to him. But it does do something. I do have plenty of dragon hearts to get dragon spells, but the problem is I stopped using it because it requires more magic, and they're not really all that great unless you fully dive into it. We've got this area to explore. I'm trying to remember. like a correct way to go. So that I don't die when I fall off. But yeah, I wonder what it would be like to fight a dragon this big, you know? Because there is one dragon that we do smash up on the main area, but we don't actually fight him because he just sits there. Yeah, we'll do to the right first, and then we'll head on over to that area. That leads down. We don't want to go there just yet. Were any of these alive? I remember not. Feel like there should have been one alive or one to fight or something. Why is it always fingers? Does not appear so. Alright, and could we get down from here? Do I want to get down from here? Is it? This is a kill me height. Yep. We gotta do it the old-fashioned way. Skull friend. Alright. Now we'll head into the red flower area now. It's crazy that this game is still fun and still playable. There's not many games that after I play it the one time, I pick it back up again. You know, which always seemed like a waste. I mean, the older games, you know, like Super Nintendo and Sega and all those, PlayStation, they had games that you would like, had good replayability, you know? Like Super Mario World or Sonic, and because they had different paths and, you know, different items and secrets and stuff that you could get, and and yes, there was a lot less variety at the time, even though there's still a good variety of games to play. And they made games harder on purpose to make sure that you played it a lot and got your money's worth of it. Which was cool. But games these days, I don't know, I just sort of pick it up once, play it, and then I don't look back. I don't know if anybody else has experienced that or not. So getting a game, you know, like Dark Souls or Elden Ring, where you can play it again, you have multiple paths, multiple builds, and multiple endings. That's good stuff, you know? You're sitting there and you're like, yeah, that's fun. And when the gameplay is fun, like I love this action adventure setup and everything. Like it's a good time. Alright, and just take a quick look, make sure there's nothing up over here. Yeah. So like I said, very pretty. Like this world is very pretty. And I'd love to be in it. I've talked about this before. But I'm kind of talking about it again a little bit. The beauty is great. So just being here will be incredible. You'll be, you know, close to nature and enjoying it for its true majesty and all that. The other thing is you have no real responsibilities, more or less. I mean, you know, besides the main game is like, oh, well, you got to go do this, but you can do it at your leisure. You don't have to go do it right now. You can explore and wander around. And so that's nice. It's a introvert stream, right? Because there's no people. There's very few people, and they're very far spread out. So when you do interact with somebody, you can choose to interact with them when and if you're ready. And the couple people that you do interact with are characters. They're all very polite as well. You know, very few of them, you know, attack you immediately for no reason. And most of those are just fellow PCs invading you. Cool. Where'd this bring me all the way back here? While we're here, let's go get the grace point there, and we'll teleport back here, and then we'll go back up. Just while we're at it. Where's the? Can I go this way? No, gotta go a long way. Which means okay. And then here's the other thing: is because you can't truly die, you'll keep coming back, and that is an actual in-world game mechanic, so you don't have to worry about that. You can get all of the training in fighting that you could ever need, and you know, die over and over, and you'll get really good at fighting. So that will enhance your skill. Yeah, it'll suck when you get hurt, and I don't know how it will be in terms of. Ooh, glad I decided to check. Carved words coalesce. I abandon here my doubt and vacillation. Or vacillation. Over the ocean. It is a pretty view. So yeah, over time, you'll become an incredible fighter. You'll do it by trial and error. Because if you want to beat stuff, you're going to have to get good. Why is it not triggering? Oh, does it have like a front? Like a face? Interesting. So, yeah, it's got a lot of cool things going for it. It's beautiful. There's few people, so you don't have to deal with other people's garbage. You know, if you're an introvert, don't like people, don't want to deal with people, you're off to a good start. Trying to... And because of the actual in-game, in-world mechanics, you'll get to train and practice fighting a lot, so you'll get good at it, hopefully, is the idea. Oh yeah, other fancy swords. Forgot that I picked up and didn't put away. So, yeah, totally. Sign me up. But if you're a social person, you might get lonely. Because I think the only people you'll hang out consistently with is your spirit. And they don't talk. So I guess that's a downside, is if you're a social person and don't have a lot of people to hang out with and talk to. Which I can be a solo dude. Like I can handle being alone, no problem. Ah. This one's a little harder. There we go. Because I've been alone for a long time, as is. So I can handle being alone. Like, all of this is not an issue for me. But I am also a social person. So when I do get the chance to talk and hang out with people, I thrive. So it is a tough balance. Oh, that's an arrow. I can't pick it up. Let's check there to make sure there's nothing. But yeah, whatever. Maybe we can hang out with the wandering finger maiden that eats the grapes. Maybe we can wander around with her, travel with her from place to place and talk, and maybe go on a date. Who else? We could hang out at the shack with the crab guy. Patches. He's a interesting feller. Who else? A couple people. Ah. Okay. Alright, he's not... I don't have a heavy flail on. There we go. Much better. Neftali, I think that's her name. Stormhawk lady. We could probably hang out with her a bit at the round table. There's a couple people at the round table you can like go talk to and hang out before you destroy everything and they die or disappear. The merchants that are all throughout the land. Those are people you can talk to. Yeah, there's actually a surprising amount of people you can chill with. I don't think I can get to that one, or I already was at that one. Okay. So yeah, it wouldn't be terrible. I'm sure some would be more interesting to chat with than others. Deathbed companion Fia. So if you wanted to rest, you can go chill and she'll give you a nice big hug. I mean, I guess technically you could talk to a couple of the bosses. I don't know if they would really converse with you. Maybe. I mean, they're capable of speech. I just don't know if they'll think lesser of you and therefore not want to talk to you. They'll be like, oh, is it tarnished? Oh, I don't need to speak with you, blah. Ah! Yeah, there's the entryway to the finger place, so there would be fingers hanging around. What? That was dumb. How'd I miss that? Fingers over there. So many fingers. Oh, bull crap. That's such garbage. Let's step back a little bit further, I guess. There we go. But yeah, I'd Alexander the Jar. He'd be a fun person to hang out with. Go around fighting stuff together. That'd be cool. Yeah, I don't think I'd have to follow the aspects of the game where, because the thing is, you wouldn't be like in the game. You'd be in a real world, so they'd still. Sorry, my finger kind of itches. Hang on. I gotta focus on one thing at a time. Yeah. Because it wouldn't be set up in the way that the game is, where they're at that location and they're always there until you get to the next location and they warp there. You would, they'd be walking around and traveling, you know, in real time and all that. So you'd be able to go with them and do things with them. Ideally, anyway. So yeah, there's that. Oh. So, yeah. Yeah, this be pretty cool. Pretty cool place. And then of course, yeah, the horrifying monsters and terrible things that you need to fight. That's not much fun. But to some degree, might enjoy a good fight. You know what I mean? Did I look at all of these guys? I think I looked at. I've definitely looked at this one. Can't remember if I looked at you guys. Let's go take a look. Let's go take a look real quick, just to make sure. Because I'm going to burn them to get a level here. Putrescence Cleaver and Spell, which we are not doing. Kind of close to getting. But, yeah. So, Putrescence is done. It's a Halberd, unfortunately. We're close. No, that one's far away. Yeah, that's Faith. And a great sword. We're not using swords, and we're not doing spells. Yeah, so we can burn any and all of those. What kind of equipment? I got anything cool? Mesmer. Not really. I mean, they're good, but I'm not going to waste the time. Oh. I got some stuff to put away. Sword, 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 sword. We're gonna destroy you. So many torches. We'll get rid of you. Yeah. Okay. Everything I've got. Already maxed out. Max, 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 max. Holy bow. That's right. I haven't messed around with the bow. I've kept pretty standard with this one. It's just simple. I don't want to mix things up all that much. They require more faith to get more effect out of it. I don't want to upgrade that. Yeah. Faith, intelligence. We're doing a little more intelligence. But eventually, I mean, when I hit 60, I could start leveling up this other stuff, I guess. Boop. Boop. There's no point in upgrading the shields because you can upgrade the damage, but you can't upgrade the defenses. That's what I would. Yeah, I remember talking about that last time. Was there? I think I had this one first, and I was working on upgrading this one until I switched. Same with you. I wonder. I mean, I'm not using this anymore, even though I still have the spell. Oh, we can. Oh, never mind. I was about to say we can, but then there's no elements that we can attach to the bow. That is unfortunate. Yeah, I maxed you out because you're magic. And I maxed out the air tree because it's holy. Yeah. Yeah, if we could add elements to the bows, that'd be a little bit cooler. All right, what do we got? 42. So one of these and some extra. This would be a 30, right? Yeah, 30. So 42 becomes 12. Perfect. Oops, destroyed the chair. 52. So let's see, we need 8, 16, 24 more levels to max out or soft cap those things. Which I don't think I'll get before the end of the game. Oh yeah, let's go do the fingers. We did that finger, we did that finger, and then when we're done, we need to go back to here, and there's stuff to do there, and then we can do the rest of this. I don't know. Let's finish off my yogurt. Good stuff. When I'm done with my bar, I also got some honey roasted almonds I can mess with. Oy. Do I have fire arrows? Yes, we do. Oh, sweet. Oh. Why did that one survive and the other one didn't? Oh. Oh, what? What the? Okay. Guess the dude must have died or something. I canceled my summoning. It just rushed me because I was like, oh, I'm going to teleport away. Let's kill these guys before I'm gone. And then... yeah. Let's see. So there's a little place over there. Looks like there's some stuff. And up there. So we could go that way and check that stuff out. Man, they blend in pretty good. What else you got to say? Come on. What? No item, but something incredible. Coffin. Coffin? Will it transport us somewhere? I don't remember that. See, they just survived with one freaking hit point. Stupid. That was close. That was close. Oh. Stupid. Oh, come on. What? That was annoying. soon. Yeah, that was my bad. Don't know if my flasks will replenish now that I'm in a specific area when I kill groups of stuff, so let's be a little more wary. Come on. I wonder if I can sneak up on fingers. I can. Oh, I do get my flask back. Sweet. Yeah, sometimes you do, sometimes you don't, depending upon the area, but I guess we're not in one of those areas where it's mean. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's one of these. Yeah. Not worrying about any of that crap in this playthrough. It's all just fodder. Where'd he go? There you are. Oh, I'm not looking forward to fighting those little finger snakes. Those guys are annoying. Sniper, huh? Not helpful. Let's go check out that side first. I think that leads to another area. I think. I'll have to do a review on YouTube or something, see if I can't find like a lore on the fingers. There's not a lot of detail. Like there's a god, and the fingers are the speakers of the gods, and then you need a finger maiden that can understand what they're saying and translate for them. So you have you got the god, you got the mouthpiece, which is the finger, and then you have an interpreter. Is it like a Smash Bros thing where the master hand is like the kid, who's playing with the action figures? And so the fingers are kind of like that as a representation of the player or the programmers. I mean, it's not a bad way of looking at it, and I wouldn't put it against them of coming up with that idea. I wonder what else. Ah, that's right. They can turn on a dime on a 180. Okay, this is the area that I was thinking of. That's nothing. This, I think, just it looks over here and there's nothing down there. But yeah, I'll have to specifically look up the lore for that because I don't remember. Oh, there's a guy behind me. But yeah, they're like, because I'm trying to remember what the finger maiden said. She said something like, oh, the fingers are away because they're communing with their god or something. And it could take, a millennia before they return. So just go ahead and do whatever it is you're going to do. Instead of giving us any, guidance or direction. Although now that I think about it, we wouldn't get to hear the music, the soundtrack of the game, because we'd be in the world, so that's a downside as well. Because the music in this is also good. Very atmospheric, very thematic, sets the tone a lot of places. Subtle. Yeah, if you can hear it, it's just like one instrument doing one note. Yeah, that's way down there for nothing. Stuck on the tree there for a second. roll. Let's see. Oh, before I hopped on, I did open up my YouTube page. And I did see that there was a video that said, finally returning to League of Legends, and it was Video Game Donkey. I don't know how many people know about that or follow that, but that was something to see. I'm like, wait, what? Because the history behind that is, this was like 13 years, like it was a long time. And Video Game Donkey did a lot of League of Legends videos, and he was funny, and he did compilations and played with people and all that stuff, and it was a good watch. And he brought a lot of attention to League of Legends because of it. And you know, the Riot, the game company that did League of Legends, is not very nice, and they treated him like crap. Because he was all like, hey, I'm, you know, doing videos, and I'm trying to do this, you know, video, and I got banned for no reason. And I was wondering if you could help me out and take a look at it and, you know, unban me so I can finish this video, and then you can ban me again if you want, or something like that. And he, you know, because nowadays people are a little bit more aware of it, but people are children. Like they will rage, they will treat you like, you know, toxic pieces of crap. They'll try and ban you for like no reason. And like I, even back in the day when I played, I'd get that too, where I'm just better than them, or they'll say something like, why'd you do that? And I'm like, because, not even like being mean or insulting or anything. And then they'd try and, you know, report me for being toxic or whatever. And it's just because people are, you know, they're childish and immature, and they're like, oh, I can't win, I'm not good at the game, so I'm going to, you know, be a pain in the butt to everybody else. And Donkey, you know, he gets a lot of that because he's good at the game, and he's got a mouth on him. So he'll, you know, call people out on their crap. Oh, that's a thing. It's a bear. And so he'll, you know, get reports and that kind of thing a lot. And a lot of them, you know, aren't justified. But he you know, he's doing something after, you know, years of doing free content and advertising for Riot. And it's just like, hey guys, I just want to finish this real quick. If you could, you know, work with me or help me out, let me get in here to finish it, and then you can suspend me or whatever it was. And they're just like, no. And he's had a long history of having to go back and forth with that for non-justified things. And he's just like, all right, that's it. I'm done. You know, at first, you know, it was fun for a while playing with friends and everything and getting to do all these things, but then it became work, and then it became stressful, and then it became frustrating because you're trying to, you know, do stuff, because now I think this was starting to be where YouTube was going to start monetizing things, and so it started to become, you know, important, part of his like job. And he couldn't complete it because they were being uncooperative or whatever. And remember, this was also over a decade ago that I watched the video explaining everything, and it's just I don't remember all the details. The finger creepers hail from these ruins, so now I must sound this one hanging bell, and sweetly cradled shall I come to be at the bosom of the exalted mother. And so yeah, he stopped doing League. And then he didn't do anything for a little while. And then he started streaming in general, just other games. And that's what he's been doing for the better part of a decade. So seeing that video of him coming back, that's like, whoa, dude. Whoa. So when I'm done streaming, I am going to go look it up, see what's up. And it'll be fun. I hope. He's usually pretty entertaining. Oh, just missed these guys. And it's unfortunate for me. I wish I had I have the hindsight now, but I wish I had the foresight back then to look forward to the future and what things would hold for it. And if I had listened to one of my friends when they told me that I should, stream my leagues and stream my Destiny playing and all that stuff, because I could be doing it for a job right now from how long I've been doing that. And quite honestly, after everything that's happened in life, yeah, that would have been fantastic. It'd be so much better than a lot of the stuff that's been going on. Oh, and I'd get to play games for a living and have following and friends and probably collaborated with people. It would have been a good time. Would have been a good time. I didn't catch the wording, but I'm guessing I got sent home for some stupid reason. All right. See, that's the other thing. You can turn that on and off, right? Like, where is it? Yeah. Answers requests from somebody. So you can turn this off, and you won't get people to come in and help you. So if you're just going to send them home, why have it on other than to just be annoying? So thanks for nothing. Really appreciate it. I didn't do it last time, but I think I'll do it this time, because why not? The thing is, they stay there. They don't walk. Oh, they walk with you. Okay. Because I've summoned those guys before, and they're just like, meh. he doesn't get affected by that as much, maybe? I'm kind of interested to just sit here and let him do it. Let's open up our... what flavor we got? We're doing cookies and cream. But yeah, I would have liked to have been doing that. Oh, what? That was dumb. I guess they'll prioritize me. That's got decent range on it. Oh, it moves quickly too. Nice. Oh. Try not move too far. I don't want to dispel them. Okay. Yeah, so I think it's as far as I go. He might be able to wander further. It's weird that I guess they only centered it in like this area. And then if it's like just outside of that, then yeah, it's weird. Why not just let us have the whole area? Right? Because there's things to kill over there. And how am I supposed to kill them? If I can't take him with me. I have him do all the work. Right? The area is getting smaller too. What the? The computer can be both really smart and really stupid. What is that? It had some sort of white cream foam thing on. Hey. You know, with how many runes I've gotten, I probably didn't need to spend that soul. I could have saved it for later. Oh well. Or spend that rune. Well, I'll have to just try and catch the ones I can see within sight, and then take another quick look a little closer to the wall after the fact. See if there's anything else or anything more. Make a quick round of the place. But yeah, life is interesting like that. I could have been doing this for 10 years. I could have a job doing this, which would be great. Be my own boss. Be amazing. Almost. Keep going. Oh, he's coming. That is a cool spell. I do like that one. And I get it in Night Rain and use it there. It's a lot of fun. Yeah, it's strong. Is that a dude or a rock? That's a dude. I wish they had that kind of... Well, maybe if I played... So I see a lot of these, you know, Call of Duty or Battlefield type games where you'll see people looking on the horizon and they'll see dudes and snipe them. And I sit there and I'm like, how'd you see that dude? Where was he? I didn't see him. And maybe just because I haven't played the game and I'm not as familiar with it, it's very possible that, you know, if I play the game a lot, I'll get familiar and be able to spot things and pick things up. And be able to do stuff like that. So that's a possibility. Oh. Wasn't expecting him to grab. Oh, he spat some rot out. That's fun. But yeah, that's life. Follow your instincts. Follow your gut feeling. If something feels good or a path that you could be taking, then, go for it. Give it a shot. Couldn't hurt. No, I didn't think too much about it. It wasn't really as big of a thing then, as it is now. It's very tough to figure that out, but I don't know. Cool. All right, we did that finger. We can go back. Let's wait. Let's get this red stuff first. Then we'll go back, and then we'll come back and do that. You know, I don't have a bad life. It's been very isolating, but you know, that has its own pros and cons. You know, it's nice because there's been a lot less stress. I've had a fairly, you know, calm life, not a lot of drama or stress or anything like that. So that's a positive. But I haven't had a lot of friends, so I've been very lonely and depressed. No. No, so there's that. And it's not been a bad life by any means. I'm very grateful for the simplicity of things. But I would have liked to have done more, had more happen, make more friends. Maybe being a popular YouTuber and streamer, I could have had a girlfriend. That would have been nice. And I don't know, maybe I would have transitioned from YouTuber to influencer, and I could have been a good role model in society. And because there's a lot of, take a look at the influencer landscape these days, and oh boy, that's there's some bad folks out there. Or not bad folks, but just the thing I've understood for a long time is that, you know, power corrupts and money changes people. And I don't think because of the preparation or the lack of preparation that people have really had much of an opportunity to understand that or be aware of that. Like they'll be regular people and they'll be fine and everything's great, and then they get a little taste of money, power, fame, and it goes to their heads. And they change and they think they're better than everybody else, and you know, you have all of these issues, and they become, you know, then it's drama, and then it's this and that, and controversy and scandal, especially with a lot of them that end up, you know, going one way or another and getting in trouble for certain things because, well, now they have, you know, money and power and access to things, and they don't think. And I've known this for a long time, and I think I would have probably been able to handle it a lot better than some other people. I'm sure I would have made mistakes, but not nearly as bad as some of the other people out there. And not only that, but when you're in the spotlight, you know, you're in a position of responsibility that a lot of people don't realize or notice or seem to care about, right? They just like, oh, fame and attention. So I'll use this as a platform for fame and attention. And they'll say things and do things, participate in things that are bad and wrong. And the problem is they influence people. Thus, you know, the name influencer. and influence and inspire people negatively to, you know, believe in certain things or participate in certain things and just make things worse. And so on that aspect, I wouldn't have mind doing that, because I could at least have been a voice of reason, you know. Told people to chill and relax and, hey, don't do that, that's a bad idea, or try to have been a good example and a good role model and good inspiration. I would have liked that. You know, that's more of my speed, my jam. 'Cause that's what I've always wanted to be. I've talked a little bit about this. Ah. With this guy, you want to be close to him and circle around. You don't want to roll away like I did. But that's kind of what I've always wanted to be. You know, I grew up wanting to be a hero, more or less, you know? And because I watched a lot of, you know, the cartoons and played a lot of the video games and the shows, and a lot of it was about, hang on, my feet problem I need to adjust it. It's, you know, janky on me. Positioning my feet so I'm comfortable. Ugh. There we go. So yeah, you know, watching those, you know, cartoons and stuff, they inspire you, and that's the first thing I wanted to be when I was a kid, was a superhero. And you know, you grow up and you realize, oh well, there is no superheroes. So I wanted to be an actor, so that way I could play superheroes in movies and stuff. But that's a very hard industry to get into, and I'm not a bad actor by any means. I'm actually I'm decent. A lot more of a natural feel to things as opposed to any sort of like grand or extravagant performance. I'd play very down-to-earth characters, because I can give a natural feel to things, like I belong in the world. But to what extent I'd be able to do with that, I'm not sure. But you know, so I could pull off acting fairly decently, play like a best friend to the main character or whatever, like, you know, supporting character. But the thing is, in my later teens, I wanted to move from acting to writing and directing. And so my late teens until now, that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to write and direct. Let's try and focus here for a second. There we go. Or did he teleport up there? And so for, you know, let's say the age of 17 to 27, I wanted to write and direct, because I wanted to create those stories, you know, because it was just around the time where movies started getting bad. like, oh, all right. Well, I'll tell a good story. And then it was in my, mid to late 20s that I started to notice the world, right? And politics and all of that fun stuff. And so I started to notice, I'm like, oh man, things suck. Things are terrible. Our politicians are evil and corrupt, and they're, putting out bad laws, and our world's falling apart, and we don't have any good role models in society. And so we're seeing, people start to get, obsessed and zealous and crazy about those types of things. And so I was like, oh man. And so I wanted to get involved in politics. And that's also a really hard thing to get into, because both with Hollywood and with government, you need certain things, right? You need money to get you places and into things, and you need power, so you can use it like, hey, I'm going here, and people are like, oh, okay, yeah, sure, whatever you say. Or you need connections, right? Networking. You know people. So money, power, connections, influence. Like, these are the things that are going to get you in the door, at the very least. And I had none of those things. So trying to get involved in any of those things has been very difficult, because they do have what is it? Cliques. Right? They're very closed knit group of people, and they don't like new people, or they don't like different people. And so they try and keep it within their own. And it makes it very hard to break through that. And so for the last 10 years, I've been trying to get my foot in the door there, and that's been very hard. And so I do this, on the as a hobby, more or less, for fun and as a creative outlet. And it's been good. I've had a fine time doing it, and like I said, I have no delusions of grandeur or expectations that I'm going to become a rich and famous YouTuber and all that stuff, because that type of thing is about the timing. It's about luck as well. You have to make the right video at the right time to catch the right audience, to spread the way that it should, or we were already here, or stream at the right time where enough people are curious and they come and chat and hang out with you, and then that spreads and grows. Like, hey, I met this cool dude, he streams, come check him out. And I don't know, it's weird. I'm not a pretty girl, so that I don't have that going for me. So it's all about my personality, and I don't want to play a character like some people do. They'll make a character and they'll perform online for people, and that just sounds like a lot of work, especially for something I'm doing as a hobby. other of it might just be, time. Maybe if I stream for 5 years, eventually I'll start picking up people slowly over time. And I don't stream for a long time either, so I don't have the chance of picking up more people as they, come and go throughout the day. I only stream for 2 or 3 hours, a couple of nights, so I'm also limiting myself as well. But I've got a full-time job, right? I live paycheck to paycheck. I work for a living. I work to survive. All of that stuff. I can't quit my job and try and full-time this in a non guaranteed and a very difficult oh great, you appeared out of nowhere. Oversaturated market of streamers and YouTubers where there's a lot of competition, and it's not realistic. And I'm not sitting here trying to be entertaining and putting on a show and all that stuff, because that, one, because there's not a lot of people for me to be entertaining for, so I'm doing this for myself, and because I can be charming and entertaining and all that stuff. Break out of my shell every now and then. But it's also about I'm a social butterfly. So if I have people around to do that with, then I flourish. But if there's nobody, then I'm just some crazy person talking to myself. Ooh. Which is kind of what it is I'm just talking to myself half the time. And I do get, people that show up, and I'll get a couple people on the view count, but they never say anything. That's the other thing. Is I got people who just watch, which is fine. But the other problem is they don't watch for a long time. They'll watch most of the time. I'll catch the numbers peaking up, and they're there for like 5 seconds, and then they're gone. And I'm sitting here like, how are you supposed to get an idea on if someone is entertaining or you're going to like them or you like what they're doing or any of that stuff in 5 seconds? That's not enough time, right? Because think about it. Think about the last however long I've been talking, and you have 5 seconds that you randomly jump into that. What's that going to do for you? Right? Nothing. It's out of context. You don't know what's going on. But if you sit around for a while and get involved by either actually sitting there and watching or sitting there and listening. Oh, that dude got all jumpy on me. Well, then all of a sudden, now somebody who may or may not be interesting, all of a sudden is interesting because you actually stuck around for longer, than a sneeze. Like, oh, okay, I like what this guy's saying. Oh, I like what he's doing. Oh, okay. But, if you pop in for 5 seconds, yeah, no, that's not happening. Got some flowers down there. I gotta go fight. So, I mean, I don't know. If I see someone that looks interesting or intriguing, I'll sit around and check it out, right? I'll give them a chance, find out what's going on. That's what I do with like TV shows or anime, right? You don't start watching it for 2 minutes and go, no, I'm done. You give it a couple episodes, right? Like it's the 3 episode rule. You watch something for the first 3 episodes, and if it doesn't catch your attention, if it's not entertaining, you're just like, oh, okay, I'm done. Nothing wrong with that. If it's really bad, you just watch the 1 episode and go, okay, I can't take this, right? But like, I guess because a lot of people have brain rot, or TikTok rot, or whatever it is, or their attention span is, stupid. Then people will bounce after, a couple seconds, which is stupid, right? There's a lot of great stuff out there that if you watched, you'd really like. I hate the ones that don't get staggered when you heavy swing at them. So, I don't know. Because I've seen YouTube videos, right, where they'll have the top part of the screen, the person's like talking, and then the bottom part of the screen is a game or something, because people can't pay attention if they don't have something that's quick moving and, ooh, shiny, and oh. I'm sitting there, I'm like, wait, really? People are that incapable of paying attention that on videos they have to have multiple things going on screen. That's insane. But it's very common and sad, honestly. So I don't know, for like, it's not a TikTok video. So streaming's kind of hard to catch your attention. You got to sit around for a minute and actually check things out. So I'd say, for episodes, 3 episode. If it's a streamer or something, give them 5 minutes. And if it seems cool, stick with it. Or 15 minutes of fame, right? If you're looking for something new, watch someone for 15 minutes. And if it's great, then hey, you found a new thing. If it sucks, then move on. I don't know. That's just my thought process. Because that's what I do, right? If I'm looking at a YouTube video, I'm like, oh, they look interesting, let's see what they're about. I don't tune in for 2 seconds and bounce off. I'm like, oh, whatever. I watch. I'll sit there and I'll watch. And find out if I actually like it or if it's good, or I don't know. It's mind-boggling to me. Mind-boggling. And I do have, you know, people show up, and I do have a couple of people talk. The problem is, for a long time, a lot of the people that showed up and talked were just trying to sell me something, or they were bots, or they're scammers, or like, hey, you should check out my Discord channel, look at my art, and you know, buy stuff from me. I'm saying like, I want real people. Oh, does this do poison as well? Yep. I could have stopped that sooner. Oh, I forgot I had it on. All right. I remember this one being a fight. There's something around here. I fought those. Annoying. Oh. Oh, there's another one. That guy came out of nowhere. Nice if things would target when I tell you to target. He's stuck on the tombstones. But, yeah, I don't know. There's a lot to say. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. I think I'll probably be able to finish the rest of this red area, and then we'll probably call it for a night. Something's supposed to jump out and fight me. Yeah, we've been down here before. Yeah, there's a giant wicker guy right over there. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna finish off my cookies and cream bar. Hmm. remember fighting up there. Maybe it was... Maybe I drove up there, or I got invaded up there or something. Was it an invader? I don't think so. They don't let you use spirits on invasions. I don't like being off on my timing. I hate it when I misjudge the distance on some of these attacks. End up falling short. It sucks. It's a little embarrassing. Oh, Deathbird. Cool. Those guys are fun. Alright, I think I took out enough ads, so it shouldn't bother me. Oh, don't have enough. Sweet. Alright, let's do this. What? Oh. I didn't get enough of them. There's one right next to him I missed. I guess my spirit will take care of it. Spells have already ran off. I know they've got stuff that's like extend the duration of your spell. But like it should still last a decent amount of time. The fight's almost over anyway. Yeah, I do a lot of damage to this guy. A lot more than with a bow. Last time I fought that guy with a bow was a pain in the butt. Oh, no, there's another dude. Come on. I think we've got everything. Is this the way forward? Doesn't connect over there, does it? Kinda. I came down this way, so I guess I didn't get that way. Let's double check to make sure I know what I'm doing. Or not missing anything. Anything important. Or did I come over here? Nope, I did not. Okay, yeah. Moved a little further away. Oh, come on. Just outside the range. Oh, he did get cold procced. I didn't see it. That's one of the problems with heavy attacks. Boom, and then there's a recovery period. That recovery period is where it gets you. Skidoo! Let's see, I'm making progress on my magic decks. I only got the 5 color, 4 colors, and then like 1 or 2, 3 colors left, so I'm making a lot of progress. Revamping all that stuff. Then once I finish updating and revamping all of those decks, it's going to get slower because I'm going to have to go through more colors for each deck, and it takes time. But we're getting there. And then once I finish that, then I'm going to go through all of the cards that I have, and we're going to organize those and categorize those, and then put those away, and then we'll be more or less set. Okay, so I can get there from here instead of just coming up over there. So there should be... There he is. I need to get on top, and I need to hit him with one of these really big pots. I got plenty of materials to make. I just don't know if there's a correct one. There's a correct pot to make. We'll try you. We'll make 2 for now. Just can't remember how to do it. Oh, wrong one. We gotta run behind him and get up onto the platform, draw him near me. gosh. Hit the shield. Or don't target him. Where'd he go? The wind-up is fun. Alright, any other losing stupid robot bird statue things? Yes, there. Alright. Come up from. Let's do this down place first. Yeah, I covered that area, right? Oop. Okay. And that was back up there where I got the halberd thing. Alright, turtle stream. You guys just saying you wish there was something here? Yeah. This leads back up. Then further off over here. Oh. Oh, I forgot. There was a... Okay. I think we'll be going a little bit longer than we usually do. Don't see anything else besides that. Oop. There's a bunch of random materials. Alright, let's go claim this and we'll come back out and go fight the dude. Then we'll come back here and do that. I think I'll be okay. We'll risk it. I got plenty for a level. But I don't want to reset the mobs, so... make sure I grabbed everything else. Well, I guess I can double check when I'm done fighting him. Gotta be careful, because I remember dying last time I came over this area by falling off of something. And it's the birds. There's nothing to it. Alright, he's gonna start acting up here in a second. Don't need you chasing me while I'm fighting this guy. Alright. I need to get up behind him onto that ridge there. How do I do that? I remember jumping. Did I have to jump or could I run up there? Did I use one of those spirit stream things? Oh, here we go. Spirit stream, there it is. And just a safer place to jump down from. Okay. Because you can't kill this one the normal way. Nothing behind here wants to kill me. Okay. Because for me, I never killed this guy. I think I just ran around and tried not to die. That's not fair. Make more. And I can't do it while I'm fighting. Oh no. Is this far enough away and safe enough? I don't think so. I think I gotta fall way back. Otherwise, he's gonna keep shooting at me. The question is, how far do I need to go? I think 2 more should do it. All right, let's do this again. Yeah, because like I said, I never got into the item crafting thing, and so I never made those things. And then, I just never knew how to kill it. And I don't remember how I learned either. I can't remember if I saw it on YouTube or what, but it was interesting that you throw a pot into it to explode. That didn't make sense for me. I don't remember if there is like a place or thing that like tells you. Oh. Nice. Okay. There's just one more. And I missed the second one. So yeah, 2. 2 was good. And we'll get down there. That, okay. I think I just need to take a quick look around, kill 1 or 2 more of them birds. And I think that's it for here. Yeah, it looks clear. Sweet. I'll check the waterfall. Or whatever this non-waterfall place is. Grab it. And that's it. Sweet. Got all this. Okay. Now there's... was over... Yeah. All right. We'll do this and then call it a night. It doesn't give you a lot of runes either, so it's not really worth killing. Okay. Well, that's good when you're doing the punching build. Oh. Healing when you punch. Well, these fights aren't consistent enough. You have to hit once or twice and then back off. You don't really get to do combos. Because if you do, you get stuck in the attack animation and they end up killing you. Ah. Got some interesting stuff here. Can maybe toy around with that stuff in the future as well. All right. Which one's this one? Let's see. Did we have to go this way because the other way was locked? I believe so. Okay. I knew that was coming. But for whatever reason, none of my buttons wanted to interact in time. People died from that? A couple people died from that. Huh. It's not one that crumbles, so I'm not going to fall. Is there something that jumps out at us? Why people are saying stuff? Be wary of edge? Or are they just saying don't fall? Because, duh. Not seeing any secret passage stuff. Oops. There we go. Got lucky there. Hit me but didn't damage me. Okay. Please, I can't stand the sound. I need no salvation. Please stop, desist your wretched lamentation. I guess being able to say lamentation is incredible. Little much there. Oh, a little hyperbole, I guess. Yay. Yeah, I don't know why they went G-A-O-L, which would either be goal, gowl, or jowl, and instead they call it a jail. That doesn't track. That's yeah, we're right here. That doesn't work. It doesn't work. It doesn't make the word sense. There's no sense to the words. And then we go down, we descend the hole. It goes down the hole. What was that from? It's oddly familiar. What was that? Then you go down the hole. He fell down the hole. What was? There's something. There's like an old. Was it a movie or a YouTube thing? He fell down. What is that from? Why is that so strangely familiar? I don't know. It's gonna bother me. Oh. I knew that one looked funny, but I didn't think it was going to yell at me. Oh. Let's see. We got Elizabeth. Oh. Oh. Cool. We'll grab some more maggots. Because why not? They're there. Friend ahead there. Nope, sorry. Can't help you there. He's dead. Ho 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 ho. Aw. Does it go somewhere? That's the frustrating thing about multiple passages is where you gotta go one way and then you double back and you're like, that was annoying. We've been here before. Right? Maybe. Mm-hmm. Haven't been down here. They look like they're having fun. Can we get up here? Hey, look at that. You know, I'll just let them be. I won't attack them. They're chilling. Where's the big pot? There you are. Maybe there'd be at least one big pot here to fight. Anything cool? Oh. Is that a key for the place? A secret door? It's not monsters, they're having fun. They're just little children. See, we came in there. I guess it walks me back up this way. Yeah, was there another way in or out? Feels like there was supposed to be. Guess not. Okay, and then this led... Is this way? No, that's a different... How far back was that one? Aha. Yes, excellent. That's weird, because I like using cold effects, like cold magic, right? Like the Hoarfrost Stomp and the Frost Buildup and Ice spells. Like, I like all of that, but I hate being cold. So if I were, I would hate being in this place, because this place would be like freezing cold. Or at least it looks really cold. And I would not like that. Okay. So this just leads us back around here to fall down again, because there's no way across. Alright, and I went the only way that there was to go. Okay. And that's death. Alright, and then this was the secret passage that led back there, and there was nothing here. Secret passage leads back. This leads forward, but it's that place I gotta jump down, isn't it? Yeah, that's the only other place left to go. heard the scream. Where did that trigger from? Well, that's another way down? Alright. Well, let's head back this way first before we head move forward, I guess. And here's another way down. Hey, friend. Okay. I feel like I've been here before, though. Oh. Yeah. And then we went in there. That was locked. That was locked. Okay. All right, cool. Cool. So we came in through that way. We go. Now there's a way back there that goes down, and then there's this way that goes down. We'll try this way that goes down first. Maybe it's a dead end. We'll come back the other way. Trying to be sneaky. Alright, let's try this way first. So it looks like it heads back, which might lead to the other downward path that we found. Ah. Right? No, because it had a ladder as well. So that's something different. What's up, small rodent friends? Oh. Target. Target. There you go. And got stuck on the rock. Weapon hitting it. Okay. That's that dung area with the jars. Okay, so now we go back, climb up, and then go back, and then climb down. Okay. Cool. We're figuring it out, and I think we're also exploring everywhere as well. So that's good. So, I'm still trying to figure out how I make, because I gotta have my head tilted up like this in order for my mouth to be closed. Otherwise, if I look normal, then it always looks like I have got my mouth open. That's a little frustrating. Might have to adjust my seating. We'll figure it out. And it's the boss. I always gotta pay attention. Well, let's try our wolves. We haven't done our wolves in a while. Top everything off. Oh, we got him stuck. Stun lock him. Oh, does he go invisible? Ah. I need area of effect. Yeah, found the real boy. Yeah, stun lock him. Woo! Wolves are doing awesome in this one. Should have been using the bow, but it's fine. We're fine. Don't worry about it. Don't think too hard. Oh, walked into that one. Nice. He's a funky looking hobgoblin. Good job, boys. This is good, boys. This is a good boy. This is a good puppy. That was an oddly good choice for spirit. Alright. So, we have now completed all of this, and this. And do all this, and that, and the communion with that. I'm not sure about when I should do that. So, before we go do that, now that we got all that done, we'll go here. We'll pick up here next time. But this was a good night. It was a good night. I had fun. I had good conversation. You know what? Because we're about to fight a boss dude. That's what, 50? 48? Be nice if these things were worth more than 30, right? Because, like, You got 7, which is 30. 3, which is 25. 4, yeah, and they go up more. And I've spent a lot of the big ones, but some of the heroes are worth just as much or more than the bosses. And you think, well, the bosses should be worth more, right? All right, what do we need? We need 18. It's 15, so we need another 3. We got plenty of these. 5,000, 15, 2,000, 25. See if 25 does it. We are shy 420. Ugh. Cool. All right, sweet. Got done a whole nother chunk of area, and I think all we have left to do after this is the big dragon stuff. And then I think we can go and finish the Shadowlands. And then we can go back and finish the city in the main game. And then we're done. So probably, I'd say 2 to 4 more sessions, depending upon how some of the fights might go. But yeah, this will be over pretty soon. All right. Well, hey, thanks for tuning in. Hope you guys had a good time. We'll catch you later.